Well, hello you wonderful humans and welcome back to New World. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a great way to make money in the game. It's extremely easy, you can do it quickly, and you'll benefit in multiple areas of the game if you decide to do so. Now, you will be able to level up our mining skill this way. You'll also be able to level up your jewel crafting if you so desire, and jewel crafting can be pretty lucrative in the end game if you decide to level it up. But regardless, the main thing that we're going to be farming are these gemstones. Now, these gemstones you'll get a lot just from playing through the game, but if you mine them up specifically, you'll be able to get a ton of them really quickly, and some of these sell for quite a bit of money, especially like the cut carnelians. The diamonds sell really well, and a couple of the other ones sell pretty well, but it really is going to depend on your server which one is most expensive. But there's a couple things that we're going to need to do, and we're going to go over all the equipment that you need. We're going to go over the exact route. There's two of them. One has a little bit of extra items if you really want to farm them up, and I kind of highly recommend it. But let's go ahead and get into exactly why we're going to be farming these up. Now, you will have to level up your stone cutting a little bit for this to be able to work. Most of these are going to be the level 50 stone cutting, which is really easy to get. Just farm up some stone and cut it, and you'll be able to get to level 50 really quick. We're level 69. Perfect. But right here, we have the diamonds, and we're going to cut some of these up. These sell pretty darn well. You're going to need life wisp as well, which you can make from the arcane area, and obviously some weak solvents. So we're going to make 7 of these bad boys real quick. And then we're going to go to the auction house and see how much they're selling for right now. Now, when you go to the auction house, there's a few things that you're going to want to do. First of all, we're going to look for cut diamond. We'll select that. Now, we can see in Everfall, they're selling for 290 a pop, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be way more than what they're selling for in all settlements. Yeah, so in all settlements, they're selling for 80, and I can tell you, Cutlass Keys and Windsward, this makes sense because there's some gold spawns, so people are farming up gold. But you can see, so we got 6 there for 80. That person really undercut. Well, these two really, they both really undercut, which is a little ridiculous. But you can usually sell them for about 150. Now, you could continuously undercut them, but you might be hurting yourself in the future. This person's selling 6, this person's selling 2, and you kind of want to sell them close to what the lowest is in the entire area, because if it's too much more expensive, somebody's just going to run and go get those. Now, Cutlass Keys is pretty far away from any of these entry areas, and definitely Everfall's selling for way too much. Those will never sell. But we can place a sell order. You know what? I'm just going to sell them for 100 here in Everfall. I know it's super undercutting this person, but nobody's going to buy those. That's just way, way over. I think I'm going to sell them for like 120 here. And maybe I'll only put like 3 up this time. And then you don't need to sell it for 14 days. You can just leave it up for like a day. And they should sell by then. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And you don't want to flood the market with all of them at once. Now, if you're wondering how to get all of the green motes without having to farm them up, what you can do is you can go to the arcane table. And you can see here you get air, soul wisp. You need a level 25 arcane for this. Just farm up and just craft a bunch of weak potions. You can get those really easy by farming reeds, and that'll get you to level 25 quick. And then as long as you're doing your harvesting and stuff, you'll be able to get all of the lower tier earth motes and fire motes and stuff. And then you just craft those into the green ones to be able to craft your gems. The other thing that we're going to sell from here is actually potatoes. One of the farm zones has a potato farm near it, and you can get a ton of potatoes. They sell for $3.25 here in Everfall, which I wouldn't be surprised if they actually sell here for that price there. And the lowest price in all regions is $2.19. So you could probably put yours for about $2.50 or even $3 in Everfall, and they'll sell really easily. Now, how many do I have? So if I place a sell order, I did 1 run, and I have 100 potatoes. Nice. That's easy. So I'm going to set them for, we'll do $2.75, because I think that's low enough to where they won't run to the other town to be able to pick them up. We're not going to do 14 days. We're going to do 1 day. And we'll see if those sell. They'll probably sell while we're out farming. You can also use those to craft a very important food that you're going to need for this. You don't necessarily need it, but it is going to help, which is the herb roasted potatoes. Now, these sell for about 20 a pop, which is pretty good. If you can get the other resources for them and craft these yourself, you can sell them, you can consume them, and you'll be able to make a lot of money from them. This increases your luck when mining by 1,400 points for 25 minutes. Now, we are going to be mining for this, which means you need a mining set. And you need the reinforced mining luck. So I have an entire set with reinforced mining luck on here. I think I have just over 26% chance to find rare items. This is very important. You're definitely going to need one on your weapon as well. I've got mining luck on here with 6.5 on our star metal pickaxe. You absolutely need a mining luck set for this to work. Now, the area we're going to be going to is down in the first light. This is the first zone, and the only reason I like this area is because it's relatively close to the settlement, but also this farm is here. I think that there's a better gold farm, but you're going to improve your money making by being able to access this farm here. And then we're going to be getting all of the gold along this path, and then we're going to head down into here and farm up this Rot Horde Hollow. Now, when you get to this farm here, if you open up your map, you're going to want to go to this spot right here. There's probably more than this. I already just farmed this up, but in this area, there's going to be a ton of potatoes. There's going to be carrots, and there's also going to be strawberries here. So you'll be able to make money from all that as well. And then you can farm up this area during your downtime for like life motes and stuff like that. I think somebody's been... Nope, this one's up. So you can get your blight root for cutting your gems. There's a couple different things you can get here. And it's a low level zone too, so it's really easy to farm up. And then just check this whole farm area for things that you can craft. See, there's a whole bunch of potatoes in this field as well. Yeah, there's squash, never mind. But there is going to be more potatoes, just more things that you can sell. The food crafting stuff always sells for a lot because nobody wants to farm it up. Or the farms are already taken. The strawberries are already respawning here. The strawberries actually sell for quite a bit of money too. I probably should have mentioned that when we were at the auction house. But this area is basically right next to where we're going to start this farm. Now, once you're done farming up that area, you're going to want to head to this location on the map. This is where this path will start that we're going to go across. And the first bit of gold is going to be up on this side here. You can use a website called MapGenie or newworldmap.com to be able to find exactly where all these gold veins are, and you can make your own routes. This one is a pretty popular one, but if you go early or late in the day, it's usually not taken. But I will show the other route here in a second. But this one has a benefit of having, you know, gold, silver, iron, and then at the end, star metal and stuff, which is just going to be really nice. It's just a really nice path to use if it's not taken, but there's plenty of others too. Now, if you're smart, before you start slapping the gold ore, you're going to want to make sure to eat your herb roasted potatoes. I completely forgot, because that gives us quite a bit of extra luck, so that way we can start getting all of these wonderful items from the gold ore that we actually want. Now, not only are you going to be getting the cut diamonds, but you're going to be getting the gold. And if you start using that gold either for selling it or crafting with the jewel crafting, you'll be able to really start stockpiling up on some money. You can save the gold ores for later when people aren't farming it as much, but still need it for later on in the game. There's quite a few different ways you can kind of stockpile money and just play the stonk market a little bit to make the most out of your time. Now, some people are going to be luckier than others when you're farming up the gold. So far, I've hit 4 rocks and I haven't gotten any of the rare gem drops, which is very odd. But I've been having quite a bit of bad luck the past couple of days, so I'm not terribly surprised. There we go. So we got 3 onyx out of that one. That's anywhere between, I don't know, maybe like 200 gold and 300 gold for all 3 of those. So you can see how this will add up very quickly. Even if you don't get drops from every gold vein, when you do get the drops, it's usually more than 1. Now, all you need to do is just follow this rock face, and you'll be able to find all the silver and gold. I don't have to go through and do a whole video of the route itself. It's pretty easy. Now, the silver ore and things like iron, they'll drop the tier 2 gems. We're really looking for the tier 3s. But I like farming up the silver because I'm going to use that to make the gold later on, so I can make some additional money with like amulet, earring, and ring crafting and stuff like that. But there's a ton of gold along this, and once again, it starts here, and you're going to go all along through here. Once we get to this spot, we'll come back. I got another 3 rubies from that, and we'll see how lucky we get with this. Sometimes you'll end up getting like 20, 30 gems on this route. Sometimes you'll get a little bit less. But if you keep doing this, by the time you're done with the route, when you run back, it'll all be respawning as well. There we go, got a nice little topaz from there. Now, once you get to this little fork on the cliff, you're going to want to go up to the top of the cliff here and then back down to right here. I'll have an overlay for this route and the next route here in a minute, just so that way you can know exactly where to run on the map. Now, once you're done with the mountain area, we're going to head inside the cave, and the entrance to the cave is right here. You can see the little road that goes in. Now, there are level 28s here. You can pick up all the little chests too. And what we're looking for in here is all of the star metal ore. Now, there's usually a lot of people in here. It looks like, yeah, there was somebody in here farming this up earlier. It looks like most of the nodes are still here. I don't know if they finally left. But obviously, you're going to need to be high enough level to be able to take these on, which really shouldn't be an issue, especially if you're already farming up things like star metal and stuff. Ooh, a blue drop. Helm of the Century. Now, you can do this farm with higher things like platinum and stuff, but I believe the drop rate is lower for the higher tier quality gems. So I think this is going to be the best doing the gold and star metal veins. I haven't done a lot of testing with the platinum just because I haven't been able to farm up enough platinum veins in general to really get a good idea of the drop rate. But if anybody has any info on the drop rate for the platinum veins and stuff like that, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'd love to know. I'll be doing some testing myself, but for now, I really like the gold farm. There we go. We got a brilliant sapphire and a ruby from the star metal veins, which is really nice. See what we get from this big boy. Yeah, okay, there's the guy that was in here farming up all the star metal earlier. So I'm assuming all the gold on this side is going to be taken. This cave seems to be taken almost all the time. I used to come here and farm up star metal, but since then, it seems to be... There's just always somebody here now. So you can come down here if you want. There's going to be gold spawns through here, but chances are high that somebody's going to already be here farming everything up. For this first route, it's pretty simple. You start off at this bottom corner where we started. Then you hit this one real quick. Then you go right to here. You're going to climb up the mountain and then go across the bridge right here. If this could stop dragging, that would be great. There we go. And then you're going to continue up this way. You're going to turn up the mountain where we did there. We're going to hit these two. You're going to come down through here. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Then you cut right through here. And then you can go down this way. There's a lodestone that spawns through here if you want to farm that up. And then pretty much go into the cave and farm everything that you can. There is another star metal vein up here, but I wouldn't recommend running up there to get it because there's all these mountains in the way. But from here, you just come out of the cave and then you run back through this way. And then you hit them all back this way. And then you can go to the farm, go to town, and put everything in storage. Now, the next route that I really like to run is up in Weaver's Fen. And this is going to be a star metal and gold vein. Look at all the gold down here. It's absolutely ridiculous. But if we turn on the star metal, you can see that there's a path of star metal through here. Now, these are kind of all willy-nilly through this little path here. So really what you want to do is you just want to come down through here and just grab all the star metal. You'll get some green and blue gems from here. You're going to hit the star metal veins here, and then you're going to circle all of the gold veins that you can possibly find through here. It's pretty ridiculous. There's also a ton of gold here. The only problem that I have with this area is that it's a little bit far away from the town. I'm a little lazy, and there's also no potatoes. So for the most part, that's all there really is to it. You farm these up, you cut the gems, you take them back to town, you sell them, you sell all the potatoes and vegetables you get, and then also just farm up any of the farms if you're doing the Weaver's Fen stuff to be able to get all sorts of resources for you to sell as well. But anyways, I do hope you all really enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next one.